Just imagine if everyone had more time to work on their passion projects. Those projects, small or big, that we wish we had more time or money, right, to invest in. Those things that we get lost in when we're, in those acts. It doesn't really seem like work at all. How many people here have a passion project that you're currently working on? Huh? Perfect. For others, hopefully you get inspired to start something of your own. So I want to share with you a little bit about my passion project, what it is, why do I think that it can be so impactful, what I'm currently doing to implement some of that, and some of my ideas to expand that even bigger. So, my passion project is around applying leadership skills in spiritual communities. I literally call it just spiritual leadership right now. So what's common about some of these spiritual leaders, organizations? They tend to be very small staffs and volunteer driven. They've got a lot of different teams to do the different internal and external objectives of the organization. So that requires a lot of team leaders. And those team leaders are constantly changing. And, I don't think we can take for granted that everyone has leadership skills. You might have gone through corporate, and I got a lot of that. But even for me, it's hard to say, how would I apply that in this different environment? So for these reasons, I think that's a great environment for this to happen. I've actually done decades of leadership programs, designed and delivered, both here and in Asia. And so to take that learning and then combine that with some of the spiritual principles and values of my organization is really exciting for me to get involved in. So I think there's 4 core tenets of what I want to implement. And number 1 is a modularized approach to experiential learning, bite-sized nuggets to learn. Number 2, supported with an online learning tool so that people can dive in and get more details and practice those skills. Number 3 is one-on-one coaching so that you get that support. And finally, looking at how do you engage the entire community in a team building type of activity that gives these leaders a chance to practice that, but then all the other teams actually get some benefit from that. So I'm super excited to actually start at the Center of Spiritual Living where I'm currently at. I'm working with my minister and our core council on how I implement that within our group. We've already actually implemented 2 of the modules last year. And the goal is to start out with our team leads, but then expand that to any within the community so that they can have an opportunity to prepare for a future team leadership role. Right now we're just started some one-on-one coaching. So people learned about how to do team assessments, not assessments, team agreements. But it's one thing to learn it here, it's another thing to apply it. So I'm just helping them to prepare for that meeting and facilitate that, even if they would like me to. We have future plans for some team events to incorporate some of these activities, which I think will be fun and exciting. And so I'm really engaged in, how do I develop this for my community? But the idea, once I started to think more about this, was, wow, this could be really impactful in a lot of communities. There's a host of organizations. There's more than 400 centers for spiritual living around the world. So what I've created here, and based on the principles and values of this organization, can immediately be shared. One of the things that I've done in my past, and I'm really passionate about, is train the trainer. So how do you create something that's sustainable, but then you can bring it to a new organization and teach a core group of people how to implement that within theirs. Not only is that more time, but cost effective. And it really engages them in the meaningful transformation of their organizations. I think there's a host of opportunities for me to go to conferences and stuff, and it's not only engage so that people get an experience of what this might be like, but then to consider how that might be implemented in that. And then I'm like, we could invite partners within all the nonprofits that my community works with. Why not invite them to participate in this as well? So there's so many opportunities to take something, learn how to apply it here locally, and then to be able to grow that and even bigger. And spiritual communities are unique in regards to, there's already a comfort level in the familiarity. So being, stepping into that role is less challenging. Plus, they automatically feel that they're having more connection with the teams that they're working with, and they can see the impact that work has on the good work that they're doing. So hopefully you have better insights into my passion project on spiritual leadership, how I'm planning, why it's important, how I'm implementing that in this vision to move forward. For me, if we're all taking our passion projects and exploding that into the world, only good can come from it. So, that transformative impact that leadership can have in spiritual communities can take anything that they're doing and make it even better. How good is that? So I'm excited to dive in, and I will promise to come back, share some insights from that journey, and I look forward to hearing about your passion projects as well. Thank you.